On today's show, I'm really proud to welcome back two excellent people, some special guests that were on the show before and are back on today's show to reignite their flame. Ladies and gentlemen, please present a warm welcome, McKenzie Gardiner. How you doing, guys? Welcome back to the show.
Hi, Aswad. Great to be here. Thanks for having us back on.
Hey, Aswad. Thank you. Thank you for bringing back the return.
Yes. I'm really proud to have you back on, and it's a good time to have you back on as well. Let's just say that.
Yeah, we're really excited to talk about a new release that's coming out from Sequel Records. It's available in the UK from the 2nd of December, and it's the ultimate collection of everything that we did in the 80s. It's a double vinyl album called Timestamp The Collection.
Yeah, excellent. I really can't wait to get into more details about that. But just to ask you both, how you been keeping? How's things?
Well, I'm good, Aswad. I'm living in both London and in Scotland. Living in the cold up here at the moment and living in the not so cold in London. Yeah, everything's great. Still messing about with bits and pieces of music. I've got a little studio up here in Scotland and my main studio back in my garage in London. So still musing.
And hi, yeah, I'm doing really well. As moved over to Portugal. So I've been over here now a couple of months and getting away from the cold weather and the heating bills. And I've set up a new little studio here, which I call the Funk Bunker. And Earl and I are sending each other things and preparing for some new music coming out next year.
Nice. And that's the great thing about being able to connect remotely through the wonders of technology as well, where, like you said, you're in a place where you got the heat and Earl is the different spectrum, I would say, of which is currently cold weathers at the moment, isn't it, Earl?
I'm trying to generate heat with the funk, to be honest. It's the only way to warm up.
So that means then, Clive, you must be trying to cool down with the funk, yeah?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, what we learned last year when we did Hold On Tight, the OG redux of that was a test project for us, really, to see how we could work remotely. Because Earl and I lived closer at that time, but we, because of lockdown and things, we couldn't physically be in the same space, so we sent each other things. And when we decided to invite the original singer Shelley to do that again, well, Shelley's based in Florida, so she did her vocals in Florida and sent them across. So then I compiled everything from Earl and from Shelley and the bits that I made to produce. We sent it out for a mix, and then it was mastered, the vinyl by Avant Garde in France. And so, that was a test project for us because it showed what could be done.
Excellent. Yeah, it's quite mind-blowing that track, that whole composition of getting that release done was all done through remotely with, let's say, like the four corners of the world. So you've got France, Portugal, obviously UK as well, and America. Crazy.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And so the most important thing for us was that it proved that we could work that way together. Obviously, other people work that way as well. And since then, Earl and I, we send projects to each other. We send and get projects from other people sometimes as well. And it's the way the world is going. But if you lose feel in it or you lose quality, it's really important to get different sets of ears on what you're producing so that it's not bedroom demo stuff. It's actual proper studio productions with sonics, and when it goes through the mixing and mastering process, all of those layers get added in, so something comes out sounding, as good as we would like it to.
Yeah, most definitely. And just to say once again, congratulations on that release with Avant Garde. And from what I know, and I think other people will know as well, that was a very successful release. It sold out quite quickly and remains quite popular as well amongst many fans.
Yeah, well, I mean, big up to Avant Garde, which is Alban, and of course Nicky B, who are our good friends. But they run such a sweet operation with a database of fans from Boogie 80, and whenever they put out one of their releases, we've learned, of course, that the public really, they just sort of clamour for it. And Earl and I were just watching in astonishment, really, as the first pressing went, then the Japanese pressing came out, and that went, and then of course we've put it on streaming as well. It's not the main market perhaps for some collectors, but we've still had, you know, I think 150,000 streams or something on digital music.
Wow.
You know, it's just it's wonderful for us, and it's humbling for us. What would you think, Earl?
Well, I think it's really, really good and very, very important that the people that we work with are good people. And I think that looking back on the Avant Garde stuff, you know, Nicky B and Alvin were fantastic. I think there was a real understanding of what we were trying to do. They know their music as well, but they understood what we were doing. And, you know, I think it was, you know, I wouldn't say relatively hassle-free. It was hassle-free, wasn't it, Clive? I think this was an incredibly smooth process from start to finish. I think they are excellent partners to work with, and we were honoured to work with them when they said to, I mean, Nicky, for example, he said he used to drive his car to work with a cassette with From Time on it from, you know, 20 years ago or something. And it's really amazing and humbling for us to hear that kind of stuff, because, you know, our music is little known, but it's, as Earl says, it's the character of the people that are able to work with us, and we're able to work with them, because we'll talk about Randy and the sequel team as well. They're so keen and passionate about the music, and that's the most important thing for us, is that what comes out is good for everybody. I think that's the key, because you know, we're talking about real, true music lovers who love their funk, love their 80s boogie, and it comes through. They know what they're doing, they know what they like, and fortunately for us, they like our stuff. So it's been a pleasure.